Welcome, NoDQ Galaxy. We are the Ladies of NoDQ. We have Aaron, Cindy, and myself, Caitlin, and we are predicting Money in the Bank 2019. So we all have some things going on, so we're going to kind of jump right into it and get moving. So we'll start with a supposed pre-show match of Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan versus the Usos. I think that Daniel Bryan and Rowan are going to retain, just because I think that they just got it, and I don't see any point in changing that right now. Aaron?
I agree with you. I don't know why they would move the Usos to Raw to then have them win the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. Like, just keep them there if you want them to have the title. So I think Daniel Bryan and Rowan as well.
Cindy?
Well, I'm actually quite surprised that this match is in the kickoff pre-show. Like, I thought that, well, honestly, I thought the Cruiserweight title was going to be in the kickoff pre-show, but when I found out about it, I was like, well then. But I'll get into my crazy theory later on when we talk about the opening of the main card. I feel bad for all four of these guys, especially the Usos. They were on the kickoff pre-show in the past. And, of course, they are the former SmackDown Tag Team Champion. And look what happened to Daniel Bryan. He's a former WWE Champion, but lost to Kofi at Mania. And look where he's at. In the kickoff pre-show with...
The pre-show.
Yeah, this is really, really sad. But I'm happy for Rowan that he actually won the SmackDown Tag Team title, even though it's with Daniel Bryan, but at least he's adding it more to his credibility. With that being said, I'm just going to go with Daniel Bryan and Rowan to retain the title. And I think this is going to be a really great start, even though it's like in the kickoff pre-show.
Yeah, I agree with that. So we will go to the main card now. Oh, I don't even know what you did.
Oh, my phone was ringing.
Oh.
No worries.
So we have the Cruiserweight Championship. We have Tony Nese versus Arya Daivari. Aaron, what are your thoughts?
Tony Nese, he just won, so I think he'll keep it. I don't watch 205 Live really, so we should defer to Cindy on this one.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Cindy.
Well, I know there's like a lot of opinions about 205 Live, but you know, in Fastlane, they keep doing a lot of these changes, so I'm not going to be that surprised if it's going to be in the kickoff pre-show, and I can understand that why. But if it's in the main card, I know there's probably going to be a logical reason for that. I know there's a lot of opinions and mixed emotions about like 205 Live. It should not be matter and all of that. Well, to me, I believe in the Cruiserweight definitely deserves a chance. And I wanted to give so much respect to Noah, also the 205 Live Matters team, which is also part of the NXT team. Colin, Owen Finch, Chris Mays, and myself, we are spreading the message about 205 Live, spreading, like, you know, talking about each of the talents, even though whether you guys don't watch it or not, but I want to give props to you guys as well and everything. We are a very diverse family. But with that being said, with the match, so the last episode of 205 Live, all Arya Daivari did is just cut a promo while getting his tan in a tanning bed, but then after Tony Nese had an incredible match against Ligero, that's when Arya Daivari did attack Ligero first and then attack Tony Nese, and then he was standing tall and holding the Cruiserweight title and then put it down on Tony Nese. But with that being said, I just wish it would be somebody else like Orly Lorcan to be the one facing Tony Nese, but it's a little too late for that. But I'm going to go ahead with my pick. I'm going with Tony Nese to retain. And I have a gut feeling that I feel this feud is going to continue on, leading up to this match, possibly going to be in the main card at the next pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia. And as we all know what happened at the Greatest Royal Rumble last year, you have Arya Daivari and his brother, Shawn Daivari, got some heat regarding the flag while having a segment with those WWE prospects, which I know one of them is currently now in NXT. So I'm not going to be too surprised that match is going to take place at the next pay-per-view, and I'm thinking they're probably going to have like a title switch on that as well. But with that being said, we're talking about Money in the Bank. I'm going with Tony Nese.
Okay, and I'm also going with Tony Nese. I know you made that comment in the chat earlier about a hint or whatever, so that kind of solidified it for me that was probably the correct choice. So I say Tony Nese retains, and I like your theory, and we'll go with that as well. Moving on to the United States Championship, we have Samoa Joe, the current champion, versus Rey Mysterio. Cindy?
Man, I don't have my tea yet, but I'm going to get that when I'm on my way to work. So.
I have this for you.
Wait,
it's not tea, though.
I've got water.
Okay. Well, here's my invisible tea. Well, first of all, I mean, at least they're having a match again. Hopefully it's not going to be that short compared to what happened at Mania. I understand Rey was hurt, but I don't know what it is about it. I just hope that this title's not going to switch. And, of course, we have Rey's son added into the mix, Dominic, which, honestly, I feel so old already because Dominic is so grown. It's like, man.
He's huge.
Yeah.
He's so tall.
Oh, man, I remember the whole Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio feud. Man, brings me back memories. And now, God, I'm so old AF. But anyway,
yeah, us too.
I think we're older still. So.
Yeah, don't
we won't all state our ages, but
yeah. With that being said, the storyline is still continuing. I'm happy about that, but there's no way in hell there's going to be a title switch. But I have a feeling that Rey's son may turn on Rey and possibly helping Joe a little bit, or either causing the match. So I'm going with Samoa Joe to retain a title. I feel this U.S. title needs to hold on like much longer, especially we have this whole stupid wild card rule. But that's just me.
All right, I agree because I think Dominic, why is he there if they're not going to use him in some capacity at some point? So, yeah, maybe he gets involved either, messing things up by accident or actually getting involved. But I say Samoa Joe retains also. Aaron?
I actually picked Rey. I think because of Dominic being there, I think he's going to help his dad win. I'd rather see it stay on Joe because I do get tired of the flip-flopping with like every title ever, especially the U.S. title. But I think Dominic's going to help his dad win, especially because Joe got all up in his face that 2 SmackDowns ago.
Yeah. All right. Next, we have the steel cage match with The Miz and Shane McMahon. And I'm just going to go with The Miz because I think he's going to get his win back from the last big match. No real reason other than that. I'm not too excited about the match, but sure we'll get a cool spot of some kind. Aaron?
I agree. I also think The Miz is going to win. Really, the only reason for this steel cage match is so Shane gets some huge spot that gets a huge pop, and that's like the only point for it. Like, I just hope The Miz wins and this just ends. I don't want to see Shane anymore, but it's just Shane's going to go on to Roman Reigns. So
how many steel cage matches has he had?
Like every other one is a steel cage match. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Some sort of stipulation because otherwise you just watch him punch people and that's terrible. So.
All right, Cindy, what are your thoughts?
I'm going to have to agree with both of you guys. I'm going to go with the Miz to win. I know this is going to be a pretty good match. We're definitely going to see Shane's crazy as bumps on top of the steel cage that we've been seeing for God knows how many times.
Right.
For that. I'm just hoping this is going to be the feud that's going to end so that way Shane can focus on his backing up the McMahon family because as we all know what happened after Mania, Roman Reigns punched Vince McMahon and then this whole stupid wild card rule happened and it kind of killed me. Like, my little to no interest whatsoever, but whatever. So let's just hope we're going to have like a feud between Shane and Roman. Hopefully it'll be like the build-up, hopefully, to SummerSlam in Toronto. So, yeah.
Okay. Aaron, you said that can is water?
Yeah, it's carbonated water.
Oh, okay. I keep watching it and I'm like,
carbonated
what?
flavored water. I swear.
Oh, all right.
I'm not drinking yet. It's only one. So.
Well, I actually thought it was a pop can.
Oh no, and I don't drink pop really, so.
That's what I thought, but
I'm okay.
Yes, I have sparkling flavored water.
All right. And mine is a cold brew from Starbucks, by the way.
I already drank my coffee.
We're gonna go to Roman Reigns versus Elias. Yeah. So, Aaron, you can go ahead and start that one off.
It's gonna be Roman. Roman's gonna win. When was the last time Elias has actually even won a pay-per-view match? I don't think he's gonna start his win streak against Roman Reigns of all people. So
yeah, probably
for
not.
sure, Roman.
Cindy.
Well, me being cold and decaffeinated, shout out to you, Jerry Slaughter of NXT. I don't know, honestly, because of the whole buildup of this whole wild card kind of affect the storyline Roman has with Elias ever since after Mania, and then how they're building Elias is so piss poor. I feel bad for him. But I'm going to go with Roman Reigns to beat Elias. And then, like I said, hopefully Roman versus Shane. That will be the next feud since Roman is in, a feud with the McMahon family.
Yeah. Well, I agree. No difference there. Nothing much to say. Roman wins. I'm just looking at this for a second because I wrote it to have the Money in the Bank matches next, but I think we'll skip over those and come back so we can have them as the main event of the predictions. So I'm going to skip ahead here to SmackDown Women's Championship, Becky Lynch versus Charlotte. And Aaron, I'm going to start with you again just because that's how I had it written for this match. So go ahead.
Sure. This was hard to pick. This one was hard. The other one was hard. I think kind of everything here on out was hard to pick. I thought Joe and Ray was too, but I picked Charlotte. I think they're going to go back to Charlotte. I think it's too much for Becky to continue to have two belts. I think she's starting to lose momentum, and I can see Vince panicking and pulling a belt off of her. Mm-hmm. And I just think, she's doing two matches in one night. Both of them are going to be physical. I can't see her winning both. I want her to win both. I'm still behind the Becky bandwagon. I liked her before she blew up, but I think they're going to go back to Charlotte. So that's my pick.
All right, Cindy?
Always loved Becky since she debuted on the main roster years ago, but I'm going to go with Charlotte to be the new SmackDown Women's Champion. I'm going to save that for when we're all going to talk about the Raw Women's title match.
Okay. Yeah, I really struggled with this one, but
I'm interested to see what you're going to do because you didn't know about an hour ago. So.
I know, yeah. I told Aaron my strategy earlier, but didn't know if I was going to stick with it. But I think I will stick with it. I'm going to say Becky retains.
Becky two belts.
Yeah, just because I feel like Becky might lose one of the belts, but I don't want to pick the wrong one. So I'm taking the safe way and say she wins both, so I at least get one of the points, hopefully.
Or she loses both.
Or she loses both. And
I was joking with Caitlin earlier that what if they cash in on Becky after she goes through both matches and she loses both belts? Wouldn't that be insane?
But
Alexa cashed in last year, so I don't know if they do it again. But man, that would be the time to do it. 2 matches and then get cashed in on.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, the order of the card is really going to
really
tell
matter,
some stuff, probably.
Anyway, sorry,
all right.
Continue.
No, you're all right. We'll jump into the Raw match then, which is Becky versus Lacey Evans. Cindy, I'll let you start that off.
Lord! Man, I can tell you, Lacey finally has a momentum after Mania, even though, when she debuted in the main roster, all she does is just, modeling and freaking doing the runway, showing off her vintage outfits. I mean, I do admire Lacey Evans. I'm glad they're using her properly, just like she did in NXT. But I'm not a huge fan of her finisher, the women's rights. Like, no. But I like her innovative moonsault she did. That steals it. And I do admire Lacey Evans, and especially everything for what she's doing. And recently, like, not too long ago, she had an interview with Lillian Garcia for Chase of Glory, or whatever the title
Chase and Glory.
Like I said, I'm cold and decaffeinated, people. I don't have my tea. Anyway. And yeah, that gives me more respect for Lacey Evans. But with that being said, looking at the Raw Women's division after the shakeup, I mean, who is the bigger star in the Raw Women's division?
Nobody.
Exactly. I mean, you guys can agree or disagree if it's like Alexa Bliss or Lacey Evans or Naomi or Natalya, blah, blah, blah. Like, what does it stand out the most? Nobody. So with that being said, this Raw Women's division needs more star power. I'm going with Becky Lynch to retain. And like I said, when we were all talking about the SmackDown Women's title, she will drop the title, and Becky will remain on Monday Night Raw, strictly. Unless if there's going to be another freaking wildcard rule for, like, the women's division, which I couldn't care less, but whatever. So, yeah, so have Becky stay on Raw, and that way that she'll continue on to lead to the division and have, like, other feuds as well. So, just saying.
All right. Well, I agree that she will retain the Raw Championship. I do think she's going to stay on Raw, and that there's a good chance that it will go exactly how you guys are thinking. But like I said, I just playing it safe, I guess, on the previous one. But yeah, Becky retains the Raw belt. Aaron?
I agree. I think Becky keeps this belt, and I 100% agree with Cindy. That's exactly what I wrote down. There's nobody on Raw. They need the big star on Raw in the female division. So it doesn't make sense for her to not be the champ of that division.
Exactly. And, like, for SmackDown, they have, like, Charlotte, Bayley, Mandy Rose, the Kabuki Warriors, which...
I mean, if they pushed, like, Ember Moon, she could be huge. Like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Raw needs Becky pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So we are going to move into the WWE Championship. So we have Kofi Kingston versus Kevin Owens. And this one I thought about for a little bit as well. But I don't think they're going to take it off Kofi yet. I think they're going to still let him go for a little bit longer with the belt. So I say he retains. Aaron?
I agree. I also kept it on Kofi. I'd kind of rather it be on KO, but I just don't think it's time for Kofi to lose it yet. Maybe the next pay-per-view.
Yeah. Okay. Cindy?
Kofi retains. That's all I can say. Hopefully we'll get, like, another noteworthy contender to be Kofi's next challenge. I know Virgil may agree or disagree. In the long run, I would like to see Kofi versus Roman at SummerSlam, but just saying.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like Kofi could be the one that gets cashed in on eventually with the Money in the Bank.
I think it depends on who wins, too. I think if we see a heel win, it'll make a hell of a lot more sense for Kofi to keep the title then. So I think match order is going to be really, really important.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they're going to cash in on him.
I don't necessarily think so
events,
either, but I mean, I think, if the men's Money in the Bank.
Oh, I see.
So, like, Kofi goes before, which he probably will. More likely a heel will win if Kofi's still champ.
Yeah. All right. So moving on to the Universal Championship, we have Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles. Aaron, your men. Take it away.
I like both of them. This is like my dream match right here. This was hard to pick too, because me and Caitlin were talking about this one, and it's like, Rollins just got the title. Do you really take it off of him already? But then AJ just came to Raw, and do you want him to lose already? So maybe this won't be a clean finish, but I think Rollins is going to keep the title. I think he needs to prove that he can carry Raw for a little bit, although, Roman will probably be on every episode anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
I kind of hope AJ turns heel at the end, and then this will continue on to SummerSlam with, like, the big culmination where we get to see it, because that would be awesome. So I'm going with Seth.
Okay. Cindy?
Well, me being the indie darling of NoDQ.com, I mean, Seth Rollins, AJ Styles facing each other for the first time since 2006 at an indie show in a high school gym, and now they're
Oh,
facing
wow.
off together. I did watch their match on YouTube, like after they showed those clips on Monday Night Raw of their indie show match. So it kind of put a smile of my face that I get to see they're facing off for the first time in almost 14 years. But with that being said, I know that both guys are baby faces, and there's gotta be a way that one of them gotta turn heel, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I love both guys, but I'm gonna go with Seth Rollins to retain the Universal title.
Okay. I agree. I say Seth Rollins retains. Exactly what Aaron said we were talking about earlier. It's either one kind of needs the win, but I just don't think they are going to take it off of him yet. And there probably will be some sort of shenanigans of some kind, I think, to make them both look good at the same time and all of that. So
maybe the club comes out. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah.
He did mention something about having friends at some point.
Yeah, he did say that. And the gentlemen were discussing Brock Lesnar showing up, so we'll see if that happens.
I hope not.
All right. Yeah, no kidding. So we're going to move to the Money in the Bank matches. They said we get one pick, not two, so all or nothing on these. For the women, we have Alexa Bliss, Naomi, Natalya, Dana Brooke, Bayley, Mandy Rose, Ember Moon, and Carmella. And Cindy, go ahead and start us off.
You know what? This is going to be a double-edged sword on my back. I just feel she needs to turn heel because, honestly, she's like the John Cena of the women's division. And you guys already know who I'm talking about. I'm going with Bayley to win the Miss Money in the Bank. And I'm thinking if she comes out with the briefcase to one of the matches, a teaser of a cash-in, but it's not going to happen. She's just going to hold on to that contract, briefcase, or whatever you call it with WWE, keep changing the name, like for just an extended period of time. I mean, last year, Alexa Bliss won the Miss Money in the Bank, and she cashed it in during Nia versus Ronda Rousey's match, and of course won the Raw Women's title. Carmella did hold the briefcase till after Mania, and she won the SmackDown Women's title. But I feel that the length of the briefcase needs to go, I would say, within 6 to 8 months. I'm just guessing. So therefore, Bayley to be the new Miss Money in the Bank, not a bank, the bank.
Well, I also went with Bayley, actually, because of the fact that she's been changing her, look a little bit. Mm-hmm. Like you said, she needs to go heel. I think she has been wearing a lot more black lately, and, it looks just like they might be gearing her up to kind of, fix all the damage that has been done to her. So maybe that will happen, but the more I thought about it, I was like, well, I don't know, because then I'm trying to think about who they would be facing and all of that. Mm-hmm. So I could also see it being Dana Brooke. Ember Moon would be a good one, but I don't think they'll do it. So anyway, but I'm sticking with Bayley. Aaron?
Interestingly enough, I picked Bayley as well.
Nice.
Hey!
I think Bayley deserves it, first of all, but I think their WWE could be worried about her walking out just like Sasha Banks did if they don't start treating her better. So I think maybe they could have promised her the Money in the Bank win to keep her around and keep her happy. Did you guys hear the rumor that Sasha was going to be at Money in the Bank, that she's going to take Dana Brooke's spot?
I didn't hear that.
I heard
speculated quite a bit.
That she's going to knock Dana Brooke out, take her spot, and let him win. Wouldn't that be crazy?
Poor Dana Brooke.
But no, I picked
Well,
Bayley.
I read that stuff about how she, goes to NXT all the time and practices and sets up the ring. So I do feel bad in that case, but I guess all of them work really hard and, don't always get recognized or whatever. So anyway, moving on to the men, we have Ricochet, Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, Finn Balor, Ali Andrade, Sami Zayn, and Randy Orton, if I got those all correct. And I think most of these are good choices, actually. And like almost any of them I would be fine with. So I just had to take a random guess because it's hard to say. I'm going Drew McIntyre. I feel like he's always sort of in the mix, but not quite on top as far as just like, being involved in storylines and things like that. And maybe this will be his final kind of push to get into the main event. So Drew McIntyre, Aaron.
This one was hard to pick because, like you said, almost everybody, I think, except maybe Balor, just because he's already got a title.
And Corbin.
They would give. Well, they probably would give it to Corbin just to piss everybody off, but so we could just have him add that to his little intro. Money in the Bank.
True. Two-time
Money in the Bank. I picked Andrade. I think that it seems like they're kind of starting to push him. They said he's been learning English, which Vince McMahon wanted him to do. He's been talking. I think he'd be a good heel to face Kofi if Kofi retains. And I also don't really think his relationship with Charlotte is going to hurt him at all. So I think I went with Andrade.
Okay. Cindy?
Well, if I was even that cold and decaffeinated for those choices, like I gotta think so long and hard. I'm actually gonna go pick somebody else, and I know you guys are gonna be pretty surprised, and I know you guys are gonna call me crazy or whatever the hell you guys call out in the comment section.
I thought you meant us.
Who's gonna be the Mr. Money in the Bank? I feel he definitely needs to shine in the main roster. He never had a title shot except for in NXT, and he was the NXT champion. I'm going with Sami Zayn to be the Mr. Money in the Bank contract holder. Since he made his return, he already vented his frustration. He cut a very incredible promo on Monday Night Raw, and he's now part of the wildcard rules, appearing in both shows. I can definitely see him grabbing that briefcase and won. And yeah, on Monday Night Raw, he did defeated Braun Strowman with the help of Baron Corbin. Sorry, Greg. But I could definitely see him winning, and that's going to be the only monumental he'll have in the main roster. Like, the only thing that they'll remember him in the main roster is like, oh, that guy who won the NXT championship. Oh, that guy who's to partner up with Kevin Owens. That's it.
Yeah.
So I feel this is going to be his time to shine and be the one that's going to carry on with the contract. And who knows? He may cash into one of the titles. I don't know, but I guess we're going to have to find out if it's going to happen at the pay-per-view or in a couple months.
Okay. I could definitely see Sami winning. That wouldn't surprise me at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he's been doing really
that
good since he came back, so I would not be shocked at all if he pulled the briefcase down. Yeah. It was really hard to pick. Like, I think a lot of the people in there have a good case of winning.
Yeah, for sure. So that is all of the card. I don't think the guys did a tiebreaker question, so I guess we won't be doing that.
I think with the whole like women's and the men's Money in the Bank ladder match is going to be the one that's going to figure out our points, because I know that it's not.
Oh yeah, because there's a lot of different choices.
I doubt anyone really picked the exact same thing.
Yeah, so
that's true.
No primary pick, no secondary pick, so we all went on a different picks and different routes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we will close this out then. Cindy, go ahead and give your plugs.
All right. Follow me at nodq.com/Cindy. That's going to take you directly to my Twitter page. And unfortunately, I will not be posting polls results for the pay-per-view because I'm going to be at work. So I'm definitely going to watch the pay-per-view after I get off from work. I mean, yeah, it sucks. But I need the money because I'll be heading to Canada next Thursday. I'm excited. And also make sure to follow me on Instagram at simply_C_OK, where I posted photo arts of landscape, natures, and wrestling. And also I did posted like highlights from past independent wrestling shows that I've went recently. And to the people, No DQ Galaxy in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, May 26th, I'm going to be at Alpha One Wrestling, presents in Mortal Kombat 7. Well, of course, David Arquette is going to be there. So is Impact Wrestling star Sami Callihan, and Moose is going to be there. Also, Ethan Page and Josh Alexander, a.k.a. The North. So come by, say hi to me. We can take pictures and all that as well. And do not forget, follow my 2 YouTube channel. One at simply_stay_okay. Second at Tyson Poppy Production. Also, I promised Stefan and Jerry I'll make sure to plug their Facebook group, which is a independent wrestling / WWE wrestling, posting memes, discussion, everything. Our Facebook group, Armbar, which is capital ARMBAR exclamation point. And do not forget, you guys, make sure to go to NoDQ.com/shirts. That's going to take you to the Pro Wrestling Tee store, so you guys can pick up any of the NoDQ.com t-shirt. I'm wearing the NoDQ Galaxy t-shirt, where it has everybody from Team NoDQ.com and everybody that donated the Super Chat donation throughout the whole 2018. So make sure to grab that. And lastly, myself, Noah, Chris Cass, and 2 or 3 members of the No DQ Galaxy, we will be doing our prediction video for All Elite Wrestling Presents Double or Nothing. So make sure to stay tuned for all the updates from myself, Noah, or Cass. And that's it.
All right. Well, I think she pretty much covered everything.
Yes.
Erin and I can be found at nodq.com/Caitlin or /Erin. And we will see you all next time.
Cheers.
Bye.
Take care. And Noah, we're coming from that title. All 3 of us.
Ooh.
That's right.
Cheers.
Bye.